Hi Andy.
Oh yeah.
Hi Dave.
Hello.
Oh hey you. Every workshop should have dogs. Every single workshop should have dogs. Hello riders and dogs. Today on the vlog we have me and Busa representing this beautiful chopper. I'm kidding. Dave.
Hello.
Can I take you away from your work?
Okay.
Talk about your bike.
Sure.
So you're not a bike builder, are you?
No.
You're a bike painter.
I am, yes.
And that's the bike you painted.
Yeah, I did, yes.
And that's the bike you built as well.
I did.
How did this all came up together? Like, how did you start building bikes?
Back in about 2002, I watched a TV show we've probably all seen. Biker Build-Off, Indian Larry versus Billy Lane. That kind of got inspired me. Decided, I think I can do that. Let's try and see what we can do with the custom paint work, and 14 years later found out we're pretty good at it, and decided to build this bike a few years ago, and here we are today.
So everything started with a TV show that inspired you.
It did, yes.
This answers the question why my channel exists. I want to inspire people to start doing things with bike, to ride more, to build more, to do things. Let's talk about your bike, where it started, what have you done, did you have any help, and everything about Freebird. That's the name?
It is, yeah.
Full name. And that's a show bike, you said.
Yeah.
The winning show bike.
It's won quite a few trophies. It's won best paint, blimey, every show it's been to. No, I didn't build it to win trophies, I built it because I wanted it.
Did it help your business after you built the show?
Oh, it got people, they did notice us a lot more. With this in the magazine being featured, it was very good, and obviously when it goes to the custom bike shows, or if you're riding it out at bike meets, you'll drum up custom, you'll be giving out business cards, and you get it's delivered me a lot of work just from building this.
Because it's really eye-catching bike, isn't it?
Yes.
How did you came up with like everything?
It was all inspired by Indian Larry, with the twist on the down tube, the frame. This is something I didn't build. Joe at Fenland Customs, he made the frame for me. I didn't rebuild the engine, which had to be rebuilt. That was rebuilt by Second City Customs.
Why did the engine had to be rebuilt?
I bought the engine off somebody who said it was a running engine, it was fine, and as a matter of precaution, I gave it to Ian at Second City, said just take it apart and let's just see if it's okay before we go ahead and put it in the bike and spend a load of money. And he pointed out that the inside of everything was just ruined. Someone had ran it with the oil lines back to front, so every part of the engine had to be completely rebuilt, which cost a lot of money. Petrol tank, that was bought from the States. The rear mudguard, I've made that, cut it, made it wider to fit the tyre and profiled it, so I had to cut and weld that. Hours and hours and hours and hours of work.
So you got the engine separately, you had your frame built from scratch. Basically all the bike was in boxes. It wasn't as a solid bike.
No.
It was built from your own imagination by searching the parts from America, from around the corner, from eBay, from a friend, from everywhere, and putting them all together.
Yep.
So most of the work you did yourself.
Yeah.
How many bikes you built altogether? That's not your first one.
No, it's not. Quite a few.
Okay.
It's the first Harley I've built to completion.
I'm not building a Harley, so sorry.
No, but I've built quite a few bikes over the years, so this was fun. It was really, really fun. More fun riding it though.
Is it?
Yes.
But is it sort of a hard work to ride it?
No, not really. It's quite comfortable. Underneath the seat, there's an airbag, so it's quite comfortable. A lot of people use springs.
Yes.
But I don't quite like the way they ride. I prefer this. It's quite comfortable.
Airbag.
Yeah, there's an airbag underneath.
Airbag seat.
I think it's been done a few times.
I believe it's been done, but I've never seen one or ridden one.
Okay.
The airbag on the seat. Sounds fancy when you chop up.
Yeah, it makes it a lot more comfortable. You still wouldn't want to ride it all day long.
Yeah.
I think the most miles I did was about 105, and I was like, I'm done. That's enough. That's enough.
So how many miles altogether you did on your bike?
Easily 5,000 miles on it since I've finished it.
There is no clock to prove it.
It's just experience, yeah.
Just experience.
Yeah, I know I've been out on it quite a lot of times. The sun's out, I'm out. If it's raining, yeah, if it's raining, it won't come out.
Are you riding other bikes when it's raining?
Yes, I've got a couple of GSXRs.
Okay.
So they're the sort of things I prefer riding, but then every now and again you'll get the urge to take this out and go for a bit of a blast.
Why? Why people put themselves through the torture of riding the chopper instead of it?
Because it looks cool.
That's your answer to the question. Because some people are like, why? Because it looks cool. And because it's challenging, isn't it? Like once you say I did 105 miles on this in a day, if you would do that on BMW GS.
Oh, blimey, yeah. No, it
ever.
wouldn't. Not a problem. You'd know it after this.
Yeah.
But it's fun. That's the main thing. It's fun.
It's solid mount engine, you said, like an Evo engine.
Pre-2003 Evo engine, 1200 Sportster. The brakes, as you pointed out, they're the rear brake caliper off a Ducati Monster, which don't really do much, but they look good.
Yeah.
The brake discs are the same make of brake discs that Indian Larry used on the bike that inspired me. A lot of things like the risers, again, which weren't cheap, but they were the same risers what Indian Larry used to use. So it's all those little touches. These were nice. They came from Vietnam. A nice little touch, a little bits of brass. I like a bit of brass on the bike.
Yeah.
So. With
all these little touches and all these parts coming from all over the world to build this bike, how much it costs you roughly? We won't say the wife, we always say the smaller price. We're used to this on the channel.
Just over 25 grand.
And that is excluding your labor and the paintwork. Yes. If you want a bike like this, it costs you money. How about the seat? Who made your seat?
The seat was hand tooled by Sydney Wood, who's up in South Shields. He's done a fantastic job. I mean, I've had other people have an attempt at trying to tool that seat, and I had to have it redone. I weren't pleased. But Sydney did a phenomenal job. Everything is attention to detail. Oh yes, every little bit. You kind of obsess over it when you're building something that's going to go to shows and what also represents your business. Everything from the frame, you know, not a lot of people will go to the extra mile of moulding every single weld around there with just so it's all smoothed, every single weld. That's time consuming, but... So is that done at the paint shop? Like, is that what you do? Yes. Let's talk about the process. Okay, I'm building my bike, and building my frame, building everything. Once my frame is done, and I want to make it nice, maybe sparkly like yours. So what are the processes of painting? What are the process of painting the tank and process of painting the frame? Okay, so the first thing we do, I've got two over there actually, which are going to be moulded. Yeah. They come in, they're in bare metal. We'll clean them all up, so there's all the rust, all the you know, everything's spotlessly clean. It'll then get etch primered. Then we'll put a high build primer over the top, and then we'll flat it all down, and then we'll start using body filler into all the welds, flat them all nice and smooth, get them all perfect, and then we'll primer it again. So then we're ready for base colour. So we can choose what colour. If you want a metal flake like the way we've done this. This started off, it was all painted silver with a silver metal flake, and then over the flake we've put a candy apple red over the top. They've got all the lace.
Yeah, and you have lace detail on.
Yeah, this paint job, I mean, I was doing it because it's my own bike. I was doing it on Sundays, coming into work on a Sunday, and I think it took me about just over 3 months to paint it.
Just the paint work.
Yeah, but I couldn't do it.
It's winning shows.
Yeah, I couldn't do it during working time. If a customer came in and I'm working on my bike and not theirs, you're gonna.
Yeah, so you have to have your free time.
Exactly. So the whole bike was built on Sundays, to be honest, from start to finish, in the shop.
With dogs.
You could say that. No, I don't live here, but you would think I did.
Maybe to bed somewhere.
You'd think I did.
If you would start doing it again today, you got your first box with the engine. Would you do anything differently?
I would probably change the front end, put a Springer on there with the twist. Same.
You can do that.
I still can, yeah. I still can do that.
Are you planning any changes?
Maybe. The way it rides on that front end though, it's so comfortable, and with a Springer it's not quite as comfortable, so I'm not sure yet. But if I had to build this bike from scratch, it'd probably end up looking like this anyway, because I just love everything about it.
Do you think you would ever sell?
No.
Okay, that was a quick answer. That's not for sale. Forget it. Would you build another one? Like if the customer would come and say, "Whoa, I would like a bike like this," would you build it for somebody?
No.
No.
I'd paint it for them.
You would paint?
Yeah.
Exactly the same?
I wouldn't copy it.
Okay, so it wouldn't be the same paint?
No, well, out of respect for a lot of people, if I've done a paint job and someone comes in and they say, I want you to replicate that, well, that's somebody else's pride and joy, you know, I'm not copying it. So I'll make it similar, with a similar twist, but it won't be copied.
Okay, so it will be different, so there's no two. If I'll have my bike painted as yours, I know that I'm not going to meet anyone with exactly the same paint on the bike, not from you.
No.
Good to know.